Hello, welcome back to Banter Tribe. You see, um, honestly don't know how to feel. I honestly don't know how to feel because I saw it coming. You understand? Nothing painful as you seeing the handwriting on the wall and yet you could not do anything about it because maybe your hands are tied and maybe matters are beyond your power, beyond your reach, is not within your direct control. I said it, I will attach the video here. I said it in my pre-match review. I said early kickoffs, I'm afraid of early kickoffs. It doesn't favor any big team. And beyond the fact that it doesn't favor any big team, in most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, beyond that fact, coupled with the fact that Arsenal has been underperforming very, very woefully, honestly, I'm thinking, which Arsenal player would I say was outstanding today? I can't remember any. I can't think of any because they were all unanimously terrible. All unanimously terrible. If I must pick a player that I would say, okay, that was at least there, but not too good, I would say Mazdamon. You see, you see him when he carries the ball, he affects play. You see him, he will drop, but he will drop a ball for he dropped a ball for the Gabriel Jesus. He dropped, I think he did more like 3 drop balls. When I said drop cross, and if Arsenal had a squad that they were serious, they could have used it, but nobody used it. So that's the only thing I would say. The rest of them were below average. When I say below average, the first goal, no, though not his fault, but he has every blame to share. Michael Kelly could have marked his man properly. He allowed his man to escape from him and he scored a goal. The second goal was error from, I think, Gabriel. Gabriel tried passing that ball and he hit a Bournemouth player and dropped. And before you know, it's a goal. But that being said, Arsenal was poor. I've said it before. Arsenal is not in form. Arsenal, at the end of the game, I started seeing stats. 28 games played in April under Mikel Arteta, only 11 I think 11 8 defeats, 8 draw, the rest is defeat. In Man City 37 or 35 games played under Pep Guardiola in April. In EPL, 20 something won, lesser draw and lesser losses, even though they've played more games than Arsenal. I mean, Pep has played more games than Arteta in April since they became managers of Premier League each Premier League side. But you see that Man City has April lockdown. So April is a month for Pep Guardiola in England. He does whatever in April, and Arteta always know how to fumble. That's why Arsenal lost first, second, third challenge or charge to Premier League title, and it is looking as if they will lose it again. It is genuinely looking so. I said it that if Arsenal, the way they are playing, it may be as a rippling effect of losing Carabao Cup to Man City, that would go a way to affect their confidence to other games. It affected them in Carabao Cup, in FA Cup. Now it's affected them in Champions League. Now it's affected them in Premier League again. Arteta, you cannot win trophy with Arsenal. See, let's face something. You know, I said something some time ago, and a fan attacked me in my comment section saying, well, that my statement was so dumb statement to say that Arteta has no mentality to winning because he's destined to be a loser. Even if Arsenal win Premier League this season, it's not because Arteta did very well with Arsenal. It is just because the players persevered, the players found a way to go to skate through, and it's not because Arsenal even deserve it. It's because other teams were terrible. Because if any team is above terrible this season, they could have taken this trophy from Arsenal long time ago. This guy keeps on showing that he doesn't have what it takes, and believe you me, he will be worse than a slot. If he end up winning this league, he will be worse than a slot next season. He won't achieve anything again, and they will start understanding him, considering him. Oh, he has won you EPL, one EPL in 6 years. Cherries said they are building. How tall is the building? Is the building not getting to an end? Sorry, at this point, I think the building is now collapsing because they've overbuilt more than the foundation. They built more than the foundation they have. So now the building is collapsing. Do you understand? The building is caving in. Arteta will bottle this league. Arteta will bottle it. Arsenal is now 9 points above Man City with 2 games in hand that Man City has. So if Man City win their games against Chelsea tomorrow, that's 6 points. If Man City wins their game against Arsenal in next match, that is 3 points. If Man City goes on and win their game in hand, that is same equal point, only goal difference. And I said it, if Man City is behind you by 1 point, you have lost it. If they are behind you by 2 points, you could still lose it. And if they happen to be close to, as in to be at same point with you, goal difference is nothing when Man City is involved. I said this thing countless times. I've always said it. This man is not ready to win trophy with Arsenal. The FA Cup he won that people are still attributing to him was not won by him. Let's get this thing clear. Arsenal has played very well in the FA Cup before Arteta came in. Hope you know that. Arsenal has played very well in the FA Cup before Arteta came in and managed to use the team to end it. He didn't start that season with FA Cup and ended and won FA Cup. No. On Emirates and Presure, we are already very deep into FA Cup before Arteta came in and managed to win it. So let's not get this thing twisted that Arteta won FA Cup. It is not true. That man did not win anything. Who won that thing was Aubameyang and Saka. Those were the guys that were determined to win that game, and they played that Man City in semi-final. Do you understand? So I don't want to start talking, but I am not happy with Arteta. I've always said it. He doesn't have the mental fortitude. Do you understand? To win trophy. So please let this guy leave us, because even if he win this season by any means, he managed to win this season, he will still be a failure next season, and we'll start giving him more room to improve, to do this. He will not use another 6 years to win another EPL trophy. What are we doing here? 12 years, 2 trophies? Is that what we're going to do here? Please, Oga, leave us. Leave this club. Go and coach, but I've said this before. Go and coach Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Fulham, Crystal Palace. Those are the kind of teams you will coach. Espanyol, Girona. These are the kind of games you get after. These are the kind of clubs you will coach, not Arsenal. Arsenal is above you. I've said this thing before. Attack me as much as you want. I don't care, but this guy is not good and is not fit for this job. Even if he ends up winning this trophy, he's not fit. It's just by luck. Do you understand? Let's get this thing clear in our head. This guy is not fit for this job.